Kanye West gives a really powerful and inspiring speech, a graduation speech at the LA Trade Technical College. That's a fashion design college. And first of all, when he started out the speech, he felt it seemed like he was nervous, and I thought that was really endearing. He said he started out the speech by saying that he was so honored to be there amongst really hungry students, creative students, dreamers, because he associates himself as a dreamer. And then he opened up and talked about the fact that it was really hard for him to break into the fashion industry because of the fact that people had him boxed in. His audience did, society did, as a rapper. So it took him a long time to finally prove that he really was a designer, a skilled one at that. He also talked about the fact that he respected that these students were taking the time to hone their craft and really learn a skill. And then he said, quote, "You've got to prepare yourself for politics, bad bosses, hating employees, and usually when you're the absolute best, you get hated on the most. But never stop fighting no matter what anyone says, no matter how they try to compromise your vision." He also talked about the fact, and I touched a little bit upon it in the intro, that because he was boxed in by the audience, he felt like he couldn't be a designer for many years, but he kept fighting. And you guys have really branched out from your different shows to a reality show, from doing all these different things. How hard was it to escape the confines of what your fans perceived you as?
Well, I mean, I think what he's experiencing is similar for everyone, you know, because I think that the mind just comfortably wants to associate what you like in a certain fashion to a certain fashion or faculty. And, you know, it's done almost incoherently. Just like I'm usually, no matter how much I'm introduced, no matter how many things I accomplish, I'm introduced as T.I, the rapper or entertainer. Now, I mean, we have several philanthropic efforts.
Amazing.
We have several other entrepreneurial spirited efforts, but it seems that if people know me the most from my music, and if they enjoy me the most from my music, then that is what they will associate me with. Now, it's up to me to take that and kind of navigate them and their opinions, nudge them in the direction that I would like for them to see me in.
So how do you do that? I mean, what is a step that you've taken to kind of, is it just kind of packaging what you do and pointing and letting the work speak for itself?
Effort and activity and time, you know, consistency. What you do the most consistently over time and what people enjoy seeing you do the most is probably what you'll be known for.
I was gonna ask you, because you're a designer and a rapper, did you have that same kind of problem?
Nah, I mean, well, you know, the thing is like the designs that, or the fashion lines that we've started, I wanted them to be more so culturally accepted or specific to the point where I didn't want it to be, oh yeah, this T.I.'s line. I wanted it to have a life of its own, so I didn't necessarily have to scream at the loudest mountaintop. I'm a designer. I just wanted to do it and see people in my clothes that I know probably wouldn't wear it if they knew it were mine, and I enjoy that.
Really?
What advice would you give to any of our viewers that are watching right now? And let's say they are in their own world associated as, let's say, the basketball player or the math nerd, but they have bigger and bigger dreams that they feel like is not who people see them as. What would you tell them to do?
Well, I mean, first of all, I would tell them to realize and understand that people's perception of you is not at all as important as your perception of yourself.
Yes.
Such a powerful statement. That's something that I'm still trying to deal with. It's hard sometimes when you go on Twitter and you hear what people say. It's hard to shut that down.
Yeah,
but
that's extra unimportant, though. You know what I mean? I mean, even less than the people who know you. Like even the people who know you around you. When I wanted to be a rapper, I remember my mom, my dad, my uncle, like everybody was like, man, come on, what is that? And, you know, and these are people whose opinions that I value. Wow. So if I respectfully went against that, then I have, you know, even less regard for complete strangers.
What's it like going back and forth when you're pitching ideas to each other?
I don't know. I don't notice
What
it.
he does is he does his thing, and then he might come and ask me what I think about it, if you like this. But he doesn't really, he likes to do his own thing.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I don't like to talk about, like, you know, until it's all the way done. I like to present a finished product.
So it's internal, and then you present it. Okay.
Yeah. So do you have a certain thing that you like to do the most, like a certain field that you like, or is it that you have a lot of fields at the same time, and that's what you like the most?
Well, there are a lot of fields at the same time. I myself, just for right now, at this present moment in my life, I believe acting and film production, and I believe that area is probably the most fulfilling for me right now.
Exciting. And we've got a lot of that coming up too.
Yeah.
And what about for you, Tiny?
Well, I would like to get into the acting. I did do another small role in a new movie that's called Meet the Blacks, with starring Mike Epps, and it got a lot of other stars in it. I don't know when the release date is.
Stay tuned.
But my main focus is right now my daughter. She's dropping a solo project, so music is my thing. Girl
Do you
groups
write for
and-
her, or do you encourage her to write on her own?
Yes, she writes, and we have writers.
Yeah, she writes. She wrote that song.
Yeah, I mean, she writes. She definitely is writing now. So.
I mean, how is that? Because you guys can both say, like, we're pretty good at this.
They're both Grammy Award winners. I mean, gosh.
So how is that?
That's another thing, though. See, the Grammy Award winning thing.
You feel like it defines you.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, the people who justify or determine whether or not a Grammy should be given aren't exactly of the present culture.
Oh, that's such a whole other conversation that we can have, and we have talked about on this show. I mean, it's an accomplishment that you should definitely feel so proud of, but you're right. You're absolutely right.
Well, I think it's when pop culture like crosses over and becomes like super kind of explicitly mainstream.
Yeah.
So we have reached that, but it seems like as soon as you reach it, it's like, man, it's not cool in here. Let's go back.
Yeah,
I want another BET award.
Yeah. All right, I feel like we could go on and on for hours. You guys are both so inspiring. So if you want more from these two, make sure you check out T.I and Tiny, The Family Hustle. He loves my candles. I love it.
Thugs love candles.
Yeah, you're going to get a lot of it. You're going to get a lot. We'll see you guys all next time on Pop Trigger.